Welcome everybody to Scouting Video number 3. Today I'm going to be bringing you small forward, shooting forward, whatever the hell you want to call it. This is the 3 position. We're going to be going ahead and we're going to start with William Stevens. 6'9" slasher. This guy's never played in the league before, so whoever picks him up, he will be on their team for the first time in this league at the same time. I just kind of real quick threw this guy away to round about the roster. As you can see, he's got the newfound 80 overall ceiling. We don't really want the league to have too many great players anymore. Same thing with Andy Atkins, 6'7", sharpshooter. Not a lot to go over. With these two, they're going to make somebody very happy in the 8th round, possibly even free agency after the draft. Andy Atkins at least can shoot. I know that for sure. Whereas Stevens was a dunker. Next is Stuart Cotton. Old man Cotton, 26 years old, 6'8". This guy's a shot creator. He can make the 3, and he can also dribble pretty well with an 85 ball handle, as you see there. So he can take the ball on the wing and create his own shot. At the small forward position, having an 82 block stat is pretty nice as well. This guy could end up being a hidden gem late in the draft. Hunter COOLEY, SBF journeyman. This guy frustrates every GM that he plays for. He can shoot, he can rebound. He does a little bit of everything, but he's not good at anything. He is just able to do it. He's got a good mid-range shot, but that does not show with his game. Next up, Raymond Ellis, 6'9", bigger small forward. This guy is a 3-level scorer. He'll score everywhere. Let's see, on the defensive side of the ball, not very good perimeter defense, no interior defense, so he's really a defensive liability, can't get you any boards. This guy is going to be something you might want to think about if you just need some scoring off your bench. Hunter COOLEY II, okay? Please ignore this, pretend you never saw it. This should not be happening. Hunter COOLEY is not actually here twice. Next up, Oliver Barber, 6'6" small forward, 3-point specialist. This guy's another shooter. You see a 97.3 with nothing else on offense that he can do. Absolutely cannot pass. I actually don't mind Oliver. He played for the Rattlesnakes, and he can knock down a few threes. As you can see there, at 6'6", he can grab some boards as well. So Oliver is a decent role player. Next up, Ethan Newman, 6'7". This guy, again, plays better than his overall shows. He actually is a decent role player as well. He frustrates some people sometimes because they want him to take that next step to elite. But as you can see, 97 perimeter defense. This guy can defend. He can ball handle at the small forward position. 98 ball handle. He doesn't pass, though. 3.98. This guy can dribble, defend, and shoot. And he can do all 3 of those things well. Next up, Dale Lucas. I love Dale Lucas. He reminds me of a Iguodala type. He comes in and he's a strong leader for his team. He does a little bit of everything, not necessarily great at anything. He just makes smart plays. At 6'10", he towers over some other small forwards in the league as well. He's an all-around good player. We're going to go up now to Ricky Cameron. He was going to be a rookie before we started this restart, so I don't have a lot to go off of for this guy besides he's fast. He's a slasher with the ability to pop a mid-range shot. No perimeter defense, but he does have a decent steal stat. Ball handling's not quite as high as you would like for a slasher. This guy's got a 97 dunk, though, so that could be dangerous. Next up, Khalil Fox. Protected. Not going to go over him. Carson Crawford, the 7-foot small forward. This guy's a scoring machine, especially from three-point land. This guy can handle the ball real well, shoot from anywhere, decent passing. Not fast with the ball, but he's fast without the ball. Not the best defender. He can be a defensive liability, but being 7 foot, that helps him on defense quite a bit. Next up, Josh Morgan. Taken, some believe, way too high in the last SBF draft. He was picked up by the Lynx over Javon Randolph. You'll see Javon Randolph much later. And it was a crazy pick at the time, but Josh Morgan really fit what the Lynx wanted to do. He's a good defender, as you see, a 90 perimeter D there, 71 interior D. He played power forward for the Lynx, and he played it really well. He got a good amount of rebounds. See, he's got okay ball handling. Just cannot shoot the three. He's just an all-around good player. Not great at anything, though, but he really has some nice tendencies that you could work with. Ken Yang, a rookie. Dunk machine. This guy attacks the rim, and he attacks the rim like none other that I've seen. It's going to be really interesting to see at 179 pounds if he can body up a Rockwell. Byron Rockwell, probably one of the biggest centers in our league. Ken Yang says he's going to do it. He called him out on Instagram. Ken Yang called out Rockwell and said, "You will be one of my first posters." So, just keep that in mind. Ken Yang is motivated. Next up, somehow this man's not protected. Somehow. Murray Williamson. That's right. You guys have seen him through the Discord. You've seen the memes. You've seen everything. I'll let you look at his stats here, but I'm just going to talk about the myth, the legend that is Murray Williamson for a second. Murray was drafted into an absolutely great situation. The River City Stallions had the best team in the league, but they got bounced out first in the playoffs, therefore they had the #1 draft pick in the SBF. So there you have the best team in the league drafting the best player, which at that time was Murray Williamson. And to make it all better, the Stallions' biggest weakness was shooting. And that's what Murray does. Murray is a sharp shooter. So you add Murray to the best roster in the league and fix their biggest problem, you think that's going to make their team better, right? Wrong. Murray destroyed the Stallions for the rest of the SBF career. The last 3 seasons, the Stallions have been terrible. And that is thanks to Murray Williamson. When he joined that team, he just completely changed the way every player on that team played. Then he got traded over to the Talons. Played a lot better. The Tornadoes technically first, but then the Tornadoes gave him to the Talons. He played a little bit better, but still, Murray completely changed the way he played basketball. Instead of shooting threes with the Talons, he decided he was going to be a big man and try to dunk over people. It just didn't transition well. So Murray Williamson, the legend, is definitely a team killer, so take him with a little bit of caution. Next up, Roberto Cortez looked amazing in the rookie showcase game. Those of you that saw, he shoots threes like nobody I've seen. This guy screams Talon basketball. Actually, with that being said, I just had an announcement yesterday. Not an announcement. I was just told yesterday that we have another team in the league that's going to start building around the three-point shot. And that is the Gotham City Lynx have said they want to start revolving their team around the three-point. So, Cortez might be a good fit there as well. But this guy is a great defender on top of his ability to make every three he shoots. Next up, Jackie Moon. Not going to be protected. This guy is one of the best passing small forwards in our league. He loves to throw alley-oops. The guy can defend with the best of them. His biggest problem is he is anti-clutch. In those clutch moments, he just takes terrible shots. Costs his team the wins. He is not a good scorer in general, but if you want a passing, defending small forward, he is your guy. Dan Ryan, The best defender the SBF has ever seen. This guy cannot play offense one bit. He's been trying to work on a jumper, but it's just not working. The good news is he doesn't take jumpers, so you don't have to worry about him wasting a bunch of possessions. This guy just straight up balls on defense. You see 93 and 95 for both defenses, 90 steal, he can rebound, got that lateral quickness, the IQ, everything in terms of defense this guy is great at. So this guy is just a straight defender. Kadeem Wagner, point forward. This guy is a small forward that likes to play in the post, he likes to rebound, and he likes to pass. So we'll see how that transitions into this league. He's another great defender as well. Small forward with 91 interior. He could be a matchup nightmare against certain small forwards in the league that like to attack the rim, like maybe a Ken Yang, because he's fast enough to keep up with him and he's a good enough interior defender to block the shot. On offense, though, we'll see how his facilitating works. In the showcase game, he just had too many turnovers, so we got to see if he can clean that up in the SBF. Next up, Kim Slice. This guy can actually score, but his main focus is also defense. He has the ability to score, though, mostly dunking or laying it in. He doesn't shoot. Other than that, not a lot to go over, besides the fact that this guy is a great defender. Slightly worse of a defender than Dan Ryan, but he has the ability to dunk, so he does provide some offense. Played for the Ballers. Did well for the Ballers, but didn't quite fit what they wanted to do, so they moved on from him quickly. Jason Towns, this guy is fast. As you see there, 99 speed, 99 acceleration, 99 vert. This guy leaps out of the gym. This guy can dunk the ball. Got some of the best Showtime dunks that I've seen. And he has the ability to stretch the floor and shoot the three on top of an average defensive ability. This guy can be an elite scorer for any team. He's a little too passive. He'll allow his teammates to take a little too many shots, in my opinion. He doesn't take over. He doesn't have that killer Kobe gene. Next up, Dion Richmond, trying to join the league and instantly become the best small forward. That's his goal. This guy could do it. He's going to be good. He is a two-way slashing playmaker at 6'8". This guy loves to handle and pass the ball and has the ability to score. He is not a great interior defender, but he is an amazing perimeter defender with a great ability to steal the ball. This guy is absolutely going to be a monster. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go in the first round to some of these expansion teams. Mike Welker, a surprising non-protection there by the A-Town Assassins, decided to let superstar Mike Welker go. This guy can do it all at the 3 position. He's fast he's fast enough to run the floor with everybody. Good rebounder, good on defense, good scorer. This guy can literally do everything. The only knock on him is he takes maybe a little too many shots, and not all of his shots are good shots. Next up, Bryce Dyson, protected. Brandon Shipley, unprotected from the A-Town Assassins as well. Starting to see a pattern here. This is part of the reason why we're doing the redraft. The Assassins had way too many 99s. This guy can do everything. He's a little small for the small forward, power forward position at 6'6", but he literally can do it all. He's a great passer. He's a great shooter. He's a great ball handler, great defender. This guy has no weakness besides his size. When you're watching him play games, you don't really see many weaknesses out of him as well. Maybe you'd like to see him be more aggressive on offense, but he's really a great player to have on your team. And there you have it. Those are all your small forward. Thanks for tuning in, guys. If you want me to give more detail on a single player, hit me up. Let me know.